Okay, hopefully you can hear me well. I need to add a little tweet to this before we get going, but welcome to the stream, guys. My first solo stream in a long time, actually, so I'm very excited for that. Yeah, just need to tweet this out. Building game week. Yeah, hope we're all well. Hope we are all. I can't speak. Hope we're all excited for game week 314. So I'm just trying to do this. Evan Critchley, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining us live. You're nice and early. I'm gonna tweet this out. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we get anyone else joined because I know a few of the other creators and stuff have gone live this evening. So Data was live. So yeah, maybe everyone's just bored of Sorare content at this point, which, you know what, I can't really blame them. But yeah, if you're not, then yeah, it'd be great to have you in and we can start chatting all things Sorare. Yeah, it looks like our stream quality is good. I had a bit of trouble with that like last week actually. So hopefully that is all sorted. Georgie, what's going on, man? Hi, Harry, mate. Finally back in the lives. It was a really hard week in the IDF, but thankfully I have a week off and then only 3 days left until I continue my law studies. Well, I really am, proud of you, mate, because yeah, it seems like I've known you for a little while now, you know, through the internet, but yeah, really proud to say that, that I know you and what you've gone through and going through is, yeah, a big deal. But yeah, hopefully, like you said, you can continue your law studies soon enough, and yeah, things will be back to normal, I guess. But yeah, man. Georgie says we'll be back in the army in two more years for 6 years, but we'll be back in the army in 2.5 years for 6 years, but until then should be good. Wait, so you have to go to the army for 6 years? Is that what you're saying? Am I reading that right? Because yeah, that would be crazy. Or maybe it wouldn't be, but to me that sounds crazy. But yeah, I haven't done a solo stream for a long time. And yeah, thought I would because yeah, Quinny weren't available to do one tonight, so I'm left on my own. And yeah, to be honest, like I don't even have like a crazy amount of teams, to actually put out this upcoming weekend, to be completely honest. And yeah, which makes it annoying. I don't have that many goalkeepers playing is kind of my issue. I think I have 2 out of 4. It doesn't look like Portugal are playing this game week, I think, or Portuguese sides. Let's have a look. So we've got Bundesliga stuff. I'm just going to scan through this really fast. La Liga stuff. Bundesliga 2. We've got the Danish League, the Eredivisie. We've got Liga Pro. We've got La Liga 2 or La Liga Smart Bank. The Peruvian League. We've got the Championship, of course. What else do we have going on here? Premier A. We've got the Belgium League. Glenn Hoddle, afternoon, Harry. Miserable performance from the AUZ boys here. Yeah, you know what? That's really, dampened my mood, to be honest. I'll show you. Well, you might have seen on Twitter, but yeah, had a decent lineup. It's still decent, still very good, but on paper, I guess, until Badia Shield gets sent off. But yeah, Jens Odegaard was on the bench, which absolutely killed me. He has come off the bench. He's yet to do anything. We've got League 1 and League 2. And then the Turkish League. Yeah, so it does look, and then obviously the MLS playoffs. Russian League, Brazilian League, Serie B, K-League, Austrian Bundesliga, Scottish Prem, the Norwegian League, and the Premier League. It seems like these games are just going on forever and ever, by the way. Serie A. Do we have Portuguese League games? I really don't think we do. Mexican League. Oh, I have a SofaScore notification, and it's Lorenzo Pellegrini being subbed off. I was hoping that was going to be an AZ goal, but it's not, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, Argentinian League. Croatian League. Swiss League. I'm just trying to see basically if there's if there is a Portuguese League games this weekend. I really don't think there is, and there isn't. We got to the end of it. Chilean League at the end. So yeah, that means I can't use my Diogo Costa, which has had an absolute blinder of a game week. He's had a few good game weeks in a row actually. Yeah, Lafont's just done his best to completely end any sort of hope of winning some ETH. I didn't. I'm not sure what's happened there, but we're back. Yeah, Carlson, a decent AA score in 60 odd minutes. Enzo, a decent AA score as well. Fatty off the bench. Timber did his best to completely kill me, and Lafont's done an even better job. Honestly, not Lafont, but Nonce right now are absolutely horrendous, by the way. Yeah, really, really bad. And I don't really see a way out, to be honest. Unless they do some sort of sacking. Because this is just not looking good at all, is it? Completely killing my chances of any ETH. We do have an under-23 Rare Pro lineup, though, which is the one that I mentioned with the AZ situation. And Jens Odegaard coming off the bench. It's very, very frustrating. Very, very annoying. But we do have Badiashile to play. They'll be kicking off in 22 minutes. I'm 19 points away from a tier 0. 50 odd points away from a podium finish. So it is possible. He's going to have a blinder. But I do think the chances are that we could get something decent from this game week because of Costa, because of Florentino Luis. He had a last man tackle, which was huge for us, and Pedri got a bit of an adjustment overnight, which was nice to see. He got a 25.7 AA, which we really, really needed, to be fair, as our captain. And yeah, Jens has done his best to cock it all up for us, but you know, we're still in the race. We've got Badiashile to play, and yeah. Georgie says, yeah, I'm learning law now to be in a law job at the army instead of being a regular soldier. I see. That's really, really interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, I wish you all the best, Georgie. I just got a text off one of my friends who could be watching, he might not be, saying, I hate Lafont. I never saw a guy worse than him. Yeah, I've not seen the nonce goals that they've conceded, so I can't really say too much because I don't know how that went. But he's probably made an absolute meal of those, or at least one of the 4 goals that he's conceded, I imagine. We are in a good position here as well. Under 23 Super Rare, Tani with a 61, Tanguy Nianzou with a goal against Dortmund away from home, 28 AA score. On top of that, Alan Varela is my captain, 30 AA score, which was nice. 97 as my captain. The AZ game is 0-0, or finished 0-0, sorry, shall I say. So yeah, no decisive from Big Jens, which is very disappointing, considering he played 46 minutes of football. And yeah, just really annoying, that one. And yeah, João Mario was dragged at half time. I didn't have any other Super Rare forward options. I mean, technically playing Jasper Karlsson would have been better score-wise, but it was hard to sort of predict if I didn't even think he would start personally. Connor R98 in the building. Connor, man, what's going on? I know we spoke earlier. But yeah, hope you're well, mate. And just going through this midweek's pending result. And then, we got Sforza to play. Hopefully start at home to CA Tigre in early hours of this morning, basically. And we're 36 points away from a Tier 2 Super as it stands. Obviously, we haven't got the 8 o'clock games in the Europa League and Conference League haven't kicked off yet. There's definitely going to be increases on those scores for sure. But yeah, if we could get top 5, that would be incredible. A Tier 2 Super would be really, really nice. I don't think I've won any Tier 2 Supers from Under 23 Rare Pro before. Under 23 Super Rare, before. So yeah, that'll be really, really welcomed. And yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with here. Did Big Jens lose us any more points? Because he probably did. Yeah, he did. Of course he did. He lost a couple more points. So it's given Badiashile a little bit more to do now. Just marginally. Yeah, we need a really big performance from Monaco. They've been really good recently, like keeping loads of clean sheets. Just being really efficient, I guess, with scoring goals. Ryan Wilkinson, Evening Harry, how was the Celtic game? Ryan, the game was actually amazing. It obviously, Celtic lost. First time being in Scotland. First time at watching a Celtic game, and yeah, it was incredible. I gotta be honest, it was a really, really good experience. Just the whole stadium, the atmosphere was Quinny was telling me, the atmosphere wasn't actually as good as it could be and should be. Obviously, they lost the game. They missed a load of big chances. From a home supporters perspective, I don't think it was that good in terms of atmosphere to what they're normally used to. But singing "You Never Walk Alone" and stuff, there was some massive highlights to that, and yeah, it was honestly overall it was an amazing experience. But I think the atmosphere and stuff could have been better from what Quinny was telling me. But yeah, man, it was actually it was unbelievable. Just really, really grateful to say that I've been to watch Celtic play, to be honest. Although like I said, they did lose. Leipzig were really, really good on the evening, to be honest. But Celtic did have chances. They probably should have scored. A couple at least. So yeah, frustrating. Frustrating night for them, and obviously it looks like that. Yeah, their sort of Champions League hopes are dead and buried. But yeah, I think Europa League is the only thing they actually can get. I don't know whether, I don't think it's even that probable at all, to be honest. So yeah, gutted for them, and yeah, but it was a really, really good experience, Rye. Thank you for asking. Okay, let's have a little look at... actually, you know what? Not that you probably care that much, but whilst I was in Scotland, I opened my rewards from last weekend. So last weekend, I know I'm digressing a little bit here, but last weekend, which was game week 212, yeah, we won 2 rewards in the form of this team. Timber, Fernandez, and Ferreira did their best to take me towards a podium, but Jens and Lafont had other ideas, of course. That was a tier 3 rare. And then this finished 47th, 318 points. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I need to sneeze. 381 points. Cost a clean sheet. Questa with a decent game. Ukin hit the post or bar, or maybe both. I know he did hit the woodwork. Haven't seen... Oh, I've zoomed in unnecessarily there. I haven't seen the highlights. Pedri with a nice game with a goal, 14 AA. And Zion Fleming, the boy, is back. Not much of an AA, but 2 goals. And it's just very much welcome because I've been waiting for this since the start of the season. I think it was always going to take him a little bit of time to sort of bed in, but it looks to be in the works now, and him sort of being the goal threat that I thought he would be is kind of coming to fruition, which I'm happy about. PJ's in the building as well. PJ, what's going on, mate? What's going on, mate? Evening to you. The players that I sort of yielded from that was a Yunus Musa as my tier 2 and a Jamie Shackleton as my tier 3 rare. So yeah, I'm trying to sell the Jamie Shackleton because I can't really see me having much need for that. But a part of me really wants to keep Yunus Musa. He did miss the last 2 games. Well, sorry, he came off the bench in the last game. Missed the 2 before that, but there's a healthy 94 here. And he's stupidly young to where, he's not going to get in ahead of Pedri and Enzo in like my main teams, but I think he could provide a lot of cover. Obviously, World Cup utility as well. Obviously, we'll be playing against Wales, so I won't be exactly cheering him on in that game, but it is another World Cup option for me. Depending on if he's fit, but if he is, he should definitely make the squad. And I'd argue that he probably has a good right to start. Their important games, which they're all going to be important, obviously. But yeah, I fancy him starting against Wales basically in that first game if I had to sort of guess. So yeah, that was nice to win a couple of rewards. I'm still trying to sell my Super reward from the week before that. He actually got a decent game on the weekend. What was it? 14 AA. Not bad. At least he's playing. Like, if you've got a 20-year-old midfielder that's playing in the Bundesliga, starting every game, you're on the way to something, aren't you? We can't all have decisives every game like Jude and Florian Wirtz when he's fit and Musiala. So, we'll take it for now. And, kind of just look forward to this upcoming game week 314. And like I mentioned at the start of the video, I don't actually have like a crazy amount of possible teams this game week. I think I did a bit of studying last night. I think I could get out 4. I think 2 would be competitive. The other 2 would be like throwaways. In that sense, just using up the utility on the cards, as and when I can. But yeah, I am interested in, obviously, my bread and butter, which is, going to be the under-23 Pro Division. 67 prizes, which is the norm, it seems like, for now. Dui Dominguez is in the building as well. Gui Dominguez, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining us. So I am going to sort of prioritize this division as I usually do. I think the only difference I'm going to make here is because if you go in here and see the starting goalies that I have on offer, or as service to myself, I have a Gaten Cook who's a weight again too. To be fair, it's not going to be easy, but I do fancy him to get a decent AA here. I don't think he keeps a clean sheet. Lafont, I know he's just conceded 4, but they're playing Stade Brest, who, basically are bottom of the league with them. If he's ever going to get a clean sheet, it's going to be now. I know he's just scored a 9 and a 5 consecutively, so it doesn't look like there's much hope. I get it, but, that's all I have. I have no other options. Tani no game and Costa no game. So, yeah, it does pose as a bit of an issue, I guess, because I'm going into the game week with, 2 goalkeepers that I just don't really fancy helping me along my my game week. But then that does sort of allow me to make... I'll probably be able to build a super rare underdog team, and then maybe, I probably will be able to build a all-star rare team as well. Dominguez says, just W's from my Benfica. Benfica have just held PSG to 2 draws. I'm very impressed with, what Roger Smith is doing over there. And the boy Enzo Fernandez is just showing the world what he was or has been doing for the last year or two. In the Argentinian league, but he's just replicating it in the Portuguese league and in the Champions League pretty effortless. I can't even say it. Effortlessly. Wow. I tell you what, my pronunciations are very, very bad for words, players' names. Not ideal, but we move. So I'm probably going to have to miss out on playing under 23 rare this game week because of the goalkeeper situation. I'll probably just play all my leftover rares in All-Star Rare, hoping that I get some ETH. And like I said, I don't have the goalkeepers to sort of compete there. But anyway, right, let's get into some lineup building. We're going to switch to the new builder. I did see there is a Sorare data. There's a new feature or something where they auto pick your teams for you. Or your lineups, but it only works on same scarcity divisions, so that won't work in pro divisions. Basically, this is it, the suggested lineup thing. So you could basically go into under 23 rare, I think, and it builds you your lineup for you. So that's on paper what I should do. I don't think I like the Pedri shout, so I'd probably discard him. And then Georgios comes in next. Jamie Shackleton comes in after him. Yunus Musa comes in after him. And then Ansu Fati, Jesper Karlsson. But I'm not even playing under 23 rare, so I'm just showing you how it worked, basically. Georgie says, Benfica looking great. I just hope Maccabi Haifa get a draw out of them at home. I mean, Maccabi have been good, so I wouldn't put that past them, but equally, Benfica have been very impressive as well. So, yeah, I'd be very interested to see how that actually does play out. Okay, building-wise, right? So, goalkeeper, it's going to have to be Lafont, basically. We're going to want to use our two super rares as outfield players, and that basically means we have to risk it and go with Lafont. It's 19th versus 20th. If Nantes can't keep a clean sheet against Brest at home, then I just don't know. You just might as well give up at that point. Like, for Nantes, it just doesn't really make sense to do anything else. But yeah, 34% clean sheet, which is quite high considering they keep conceding like 5 goals every game. I know it's against bottom of the league, but regardless, it's still... I still think it's going to be a bit of a miracle if they do keep a clean sheet. Okay. Defense. Aaron Johns is in the building. Evening Hazard, how are things, bro? Yeah, I'm doing well, man. I've had a weird sort of couple of weeks. A few adjustments in my sort of personal life that have come to a bit of a shock to me. Basically just really put me in a bit of a downward spiral, I would guess. But I'm on the rise. I'm feeling a lot better, to be honest, mate. Hopefully we can just kick on from here and leave all that in the past, sort of thing. Apart from that, I'm all good. Just come back from Scotland with Quinny. But yeah, I hope you're doing well as well, mate. I did see the Teddy Twamer contract extension that you were ecstatic about on Twitter. What a player. But yeah, in defense, I'm really low on rare defenders right now, like really low. I got Timber and Fofana, who obviously Fofana's injured, so I basically just have Timber, who loves scoring very low in the Champions League right now, but scoring pretty well in the league, as you could expect, because Ajax have had a good run of fixtures, and they equally have another good fixture this weekend. So, like, on paper, I should play him. But as we all get into this team, it might not be as possible as I want it to be. So we'll see. Quest has a good fixture away to Leuven. And Badiashile has a good fixture as well. I think that's Clermont Foot, who are 8th, which I was kind of shocked at. But at home, Monaco, you'd have to fancy him. I don't think they have a midweek fixture after this. So, we'll see what happens with him tonight in terms of how long he gets and whatever. And we sort of plan it from there. Nico Williams away to Wolves, 18th versus 19th. Nico was rested on Monday night. Rested, drop, whatever way you want to look at it. So I don't know that situation right now with him. Sergio Aurier played. And then Williams came on for the last 30 minutes. Barker won't play, obviously, Fofana's injured. Tanguy, who just obviously scored amazingly well away to Dortmund, is away to Mallorca. I don't love that fixture, to be honest, so I'll probably leave him out of, this is my best team on paper. And then Jordan Beyer, who I read into it today, actually. He got brought off in the last game against Coventry in a 1-0 win at halftime because he basically got yellow carded. Company said, the fact that he got a yellow card, as in Beyer, meant that he just didn't want to risk him further on in that game. So he basically just brought him off and brought Charlie Taylor on. Bayer's not injured, but SofaScore told me he kind of was. But the fact that they're at home, I don't know who they're playing, to be honest. I'm not sure if we can see that, but what's this now? I'm just reading the comments. Sorry, lads. Yeah, Aaron John says, yeah, that's good to hear, mate. If you need anything or chat, let me know. I appreciate that, Aaron, a lot, mate. I definitely will. Teddy Thomas to go. Another decisive tonight. Shame USG shipped 3 and Morris had an error led to go. Yeah, that's not ideal. Glenn Hoddle says, Harry, did you ever have any intentions of staying in the US after college? I did the same thing as you. Came here on scholarship, but ended up staying. So just wondering if you ever thought about it. Glenn, I did stay for a little bit, to be honest. So I did an OPT, basically. And then, I worked for 6 months in a corporate job. I hated it, and basically then just come home. So yeah, I do wanna live out there, to be completely honest. I would like that. But obviously, as you'll know, with the visa situations, it's not as easy as that. Like, I've just found trying to get another job, like with the whole visa thing, is becoming quite hard for me. Like, yeah, like I have a couple of degrees, but it doesn't really count for much, it seems like. I'm not saying that in a way to where like it should. I just mean like I don't have enough work experience, or I'm not like specialized enough, I would say. Like, I've got a marketing degree, I've got an MBA, but apart from that, I've got a little bit of work experience to where it's just probably not enough for a US company to want to take me on. It's how it seems, and it's how I have it in my head. I don't know whether you have a different opinion on that. It'd be great if you did, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of my thing. Don't get me wrong, I would like to go out there. I definitely would. I would like to sort of live out there long term. But yeah, with the whole Sorare situation, I just wanted to sort of come home and sort of kick on with this and try and see where I could take this basically in the short term. I don't know what my plans are sort of longer term, but yeah, interested to see your sort of take on that. Sorry, but yeah, going back to the defense situation, like, obviously I've got two super rares here in Quest and Badia Shield, who I fancy to score well, right? So that basically means that I need to play a rare midfielder because I can only play two supers here. Musa's got a good fixture on paper, but I don't fancy him. What's this now? Glenn said, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I did my CPT, then did my MBA, and then got my OPT. Got married a couple years ago, so I went green card route. But yeah, hard trying to get sponsorship and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of what I found, mate. Like, but yeah, congratulations on the marriage. Yeah, just like, yeah, the sponsorship stuff's just a nightmare. Like, even my old company that I worked for, like, I messaged them a few weeks ago and just said, like, is there anything there for me in that sense? Like, would you be willing to sort of sponsor me in that way? But they just basically said, like, we don't have anything specialized enough to where, you can get something, basically, which is a bit annoying. But it is what it is. I understand the situation, and yeah, who knows sort of what the future holds. But yeah, I definitely would like to speak to you, Glenn. I'll DM you after the stream or something, and sort of be interesting just to speak to you about it all. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Basically, is kind of the moral of the story. But yeah, midfielder wise, like I said, sorry to ramble on about random things, lads. But yeah, Utkin seems like the obvious choice, right? At home to Ural, I don't think it's going to get any better for us, to be honest. He's like almost maxed out XP wise. We've got a few super rare options. Varelas, Forza, Matson's been on good form recently. Slattery's at home to Rangers. I don't like that. We've obviously got the El Clasico, so I'd rather not use Pedri. A couple of Jack DeVries and a Colin Barron down here. So yeah, I think it's obvious that like I should probably go in and use Utkin, which then leads me to, yeah, obviously we could use a super rare defender. We could also use a super rare forward if we had to. But yeah, let's just have a look at our forward options first. James is in the building. Howdy, Harry. Confident about this game week? No, mate. To be honest, to keep it like short and sweet, I really aren't. I'm not, basically. I'm scared about my goalkeepers big time of sort of shipping in 3+. As you should always be. If you own a Lafont, you'll know. Yeah, not many goalkeeper options for me this weekend. I've only got 2, so it looks like I'll only be able to throw out 2 good teams, basically, or good enough teams to just sort of try and compete. But yeah, nothing standing out. I like the outfield situations I've got, but definitely not my goalkeepers. What about you, James? Let me know. Hoddle said, yeah, mate, shoot me a DM. I like Utkin a lot this week too. Yeah, I think Utkin has to be the play for me there in that midfield. It doesn't really make sense to use anyone else. Okay, we're back. Okay, Jesus Ferreira is appearing to be the best sort of option here. 10 XP as well. At home to Minnesota in the playoffs. Like, I don't know if I'm not saying it doesn't get any better, but Minnesota are a decent team. But Dallas at home, I just fancy Ferreira to do really well here. Comparing him to my other options, Fati, no. Lahaji, no. Carlson, you could argue, is an okay option, actually. At home to Feyenoord. Obviously, Feyenoord are a decent team. We know that. Quinny's in the building as well. Quinny, what's going on, mate? Yeah, feels like I've lived with you all my life. I don't know why. I know that sounds weird, but like, we stream Monday. I saw you Tuesday. Lived with you Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm back home on my own. But you're still in the live chat, which I love. But yeah, mate, hope you're well. And yeah, appreciate the few days that I got to spend with you. But yeah, forward wise, like I said, Carlson's an issue. I know he started tonight. Does that mean he rests on the weekend? Odegaard's rested tonight. Does that mean he starts on the weekend? And then Zion Fleming, who's been on fire recently. They're playing Bristol City away, my old team. Like, my thinking is save all my, well, not all, but save most of my Super Rays for a D2 team, basically. Barring Queston, Badiashile is kind of what I'm thinking here. We have Amika down here at home. It looks like a decent matchup. It doesn't look amazing. Playing fourth in the league. Vitessen's injured. Kutku, I don't want to touch right now. So yeah, I think Ferreira is the obvious choice there, isn't he? Which then leads me to, back to where we were in the sense of like, we're probably going to have to use our best sort of defensive Super Rares here. So Badiashile probably goes in at number 1. We don't have to use another defender, to be honest. Obviously, it's an extra player, so it could be any defender. Any Super Rare. So we'll filter by Super Rare just so we can have a little look at the best options. Aaron said, have you got any top under 23 targets you're looking at, mate? I've watched quite a bit of Skov Olsen and I hold Kasper Nielsen. He looks very talented. I'll be honest, like, I don't have anyone on my radar right now. Like, I'm in a stage where, like, if I win someone, great. But, like, yeah, I need some defenders at some point, so that I'll definitely get around to that. I'll be honest, I don't have someone that, like, comes to mind. But you've mentioned Skov Olsen, and, yeah, like, it doesn't really get much better than him right now in terms of, like, Club Brugge's domestic and sort of European form. Plays for Denmark, obviously, and actually plays. Like, I know he's going to be expensive, but I think for what he offers, corners, whatever, goal threat, assists, like, it probably doesn't really get much better than him right now as a forward. Like, age-wise as well, he obviously doesn't age out as well, I believe. So, if you're looking for somebody long, like a bit more longer term, 1 to 2 years rather than just like 6 months, with a lot of like, like your Carlsons, Gakpos, and Mbappes, they're all sort of aging out, then yeah, I think, mate, like, yeah, you've probably hit the nail on the head there if you are looking for an under 23 forward. But yeah, it's, in terms of our extra Super Rare, Quest is obviously still up there. Nico Williams is there, but we don't love it. Maya, no. Ahmada, no. Even though it's probably a good fixture for him, honestly. 17th versus Stuttgart versus Bochum. Zion Fleming's in there. Varela away. So Sforza and Varela are playing against each other, which is an interesting one. Two of my Argentinian Super Rare midfielders. Matson, Nianzu, Slattery. Yeah, I don't know. I think Quest is the obvious one, isn't he? Like, they don't have midweek football. It's probably stupid of me not to play him, to be honest. And then that probably means that I'll captain Utkin just because I always tend to want to captain the midfielder over the, like, if I'm playing a rare mid and a forward, for whatever reason, I always like captain in the mid. I don't know whether that's just like a habit of mine, or is it something that I should be actively doing? Like, there's no sort of science behind it. They're both good fixtures. I think I could get away with both of them, to be honest. I just think, even though Jesus can put up some really good AA scores, you'd have to fancy it. If both don't get decisives, you'd have to fancy Utkin really in that fixture specifically to get the better of the AAs. Georgie said I would play Matson. He's due a decisive, and NEC has a great matchup. No, I definitely agree with you that it's a very good matchup for them. I think I'm honestly going to try and play him in my D2 team because, yeah, I don't think he's earned the right yet to be in contention for my under 23 Rare Pro team. I hope he sort of surprises me this weekend because, Georgie, you are normally on the ball with things like this. So yeah, I would never disbelieve you. But I think just priority-wise, I think he is going to get a place in this team because I won't be able to play my Zaidu Youssef unique this weekend because there's no Portuguese league. So that would or should mean Maatsen probably does get the nod here. So Fleming as my forward is obvious. Goalkeeper, Gaten Cook, obvious again. Defender-wise, Tanguy scored on midweek. They got a new manager. They are away from home. Nico didn't start Monday. Bayer started the last game, like I said, came off at half time. Does company favour him over Charlie Taylor? Is that a risk worth willing? Is that a risk that I should take? It's kind of what I was trying to get at then. I don't know. I think Tanguy's the obvious choice, isn't he? But does he get rotated? Let me see what Play Sharp is saying. Not that you should always take this as gospel because it can definitely be wrong, but it does give us sometimes a decent little estimate. So he's got Tanguy down as an 85%, which is nice. I don't mind seeing that, I especially like seeing when one defender, which is my defender, has more probability than the other defender. That's always nice to see. 36% clean sheet chance. I don't like the Nico shout. The problem is we won't be able to see if... Oh, no, we do have champ. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, they have Bayer down as a 90. Who is doing these? Interesting. Is it worth going with Bayer? That is a really interesting one. It could be. It very well could be. It's a great fit. Well, I say it's a great fixture. It's a good fixture. I remember Quinny asking me, I think yesterday actually, excuse me, while I was at his studio, is Swansea at home a decent fixture? I think it is. I really do think it is. Swansea are very attacking. They do score goals, but I think Burnley are good enough to to negate that basically and defend well enough to where, their defenders, Howard Bellis, if Bayer plays, Bayer do sort of rack up those defensive points. I'm really, really tempted to go with Bayer here, lads, to be honest. I really am. Let me know if you think I'm making a mistake here. Georgie says the English expert is a new one, but he's very accurate from what I know. Okay, that's really good to know. Very good to know, Georgie. Thank you. Let me have a look at what are the... Ooh, they have my team, Cardiff City. Oh, they don't have my team, Cardiff City. Lineups not currently available. Okay. I was just going to have a look at... what they had down for... they don't have anything down for the Forest game. Okay. And then let's just have a quick look at Millwall, just in case they don't have Fleming to start, which they should. And they do. PSV have just scored, which can't be good news for me because it's probably either Gakpo, Joey Veerman, or Xavi Simons, which is, it just isn't good news at all when PSV score, lads, is it? If we're being honest. Oh no, boys. Badiashile got injured in the warm-up. Can you actually believe that? Honestly, sometimes you cannot make my luck up, honestly. You really can't make it up. That has just pissed me off massively. I've just looked on SofaScore, and they've got Mangala Sarr down as... No, man. That is absolutely killed me. Like, are you actually serious? Oh, Eric Gutierrez scored. I'm going to be... Yeah, there we go. Oh, no. No. Oh, my God. I tell you what. You cannot write my luck sometimes. Like, seriously now. Oh, no. I can't believe it. Seriously, what is the chances of that? I think it's happened to me once before. Um, oh my God, lads, I can't believe it. I genuinely cannot believe that. That has absolutely killed me. Um, Jesus, how? How have I gone from probably one of the best positions I've been in under 23 Rare Pro wise? I know I've won the division a few times, but like after 3 players have played to be on, what was it, 288 points, and then Odegaard's on the bench, comes off it, and Badiashile starts and then gets injured in the warm-up. I tell you what, you cannot write that. You cannot write it. We've just got to hope that this sort of brings in something. I can't believe it, lads. I'm really, really annoyed at that. And that throws an absolute spanner in the works now, because that now means that the under 23 Rare Pro lineup needs to be recalculated in some way. Oh my God, lads. Don't do this to me. Sorare gods. Please. Okay, if we can't use Badiashile, then we're going to have to use somebody else, aren't we? Who do we choose? Do we go with Maatsen? Jonathan B, 20 points off a reward, 35 off a tier 1. Rojo starts, gives me 35, then pulls a hamstring in the warm-up, gives me 0. Happens to the best of us in All-Star Red Pro. Yeah, that is really, really tough, Jonathan. I can definitely sympathize with you because I've just felt it myself. Yeah, that is a really, really tough one to take. Okay, back to the drawing board then. Who do we play as our extra player now is the question. I do like Maatsen. I don't want to waste Fleming. Well, not waste him, but I don't want to play Fleming in here and then not have anything to play in under 23 Super Rare. So we'll leave Fleming. Varela could be just a very solid option. Sforza could be. Maatsen just seems to have a little bit more of a decisive capability in him. You know what? It might have to be Maatsen, you know. I might have to do that. And go back here. And go Gate and Cook. We'll go Bayer. Let's throw Zion back in. As our midfielder, I know Ahmada has a very good fixture actually, but is it worth the risk? Because I don't know what to expect from him. I think Varela's the obvious choice, isn't it? Even though he's away. Yeah, we'll go with Varela for now, and then as our extra player, it might have to be Tanguy. It's either Tanguy. Yeah, it's basically Tanguy or Sforza. It's kind of what I'm feeling. And I feel like I want to go with Tanguy. And then probably Captain Zion. Yeah. I'm still in shock, to be honest, lads. I can't lie. Sofiane Diop just scored for Nice. He's been pretty good recently, Sofiane Diop, since his move to Nice. I got to give it to him. He's been very good. Who got the assist for PSV? Ooh, West Ham just scored against Anderlecht. Yeah, I'm still in complete shock about that Badiashile thing. It's pissed me off so much. I don't know. I was just going to have a look on if the... Oh, PSV 2-0. Of course it's PSV 2-0. I was just going to have a look if there's any more information on this Badiashile situation. Just says he was injured in the warm-up. Felt discomfort in his adductors. Okay. And Joey Veerman has just scored for PSV, which is just what everyone wants. Well, especially people who don't own him. Quinny says you'll probably get news at 11:10 tomorrow. Yeah, that's guaranteed. That is absolutely guaranteed. Yeah, Joey Veerman 2-0. Great goal, good shot. Okay, so that is that. Let's throw in these into where they should be. Yeah, this is just dampened not only my midweek, but it's completely sort of thrown a spanner into the weekend works as well. So at this point I'm very, very annoyed. I'm actually tempted to go. Am I tempted to go with Varela in here? No, we'll go with Matson. We'll just go with it. We'll see what happens. Under 23 super rare. We'll go Bayer, Varela, Zion, and Zion. Did not mean to zoom in like that. And then Tanguy, Captain Zion. Okay, can we fit in? I don't think we can, but we'll try a underdog super rare lineup. We can go Nico. We could throw in Ahmada. We could go Vitesse, but I don't think he's on the bench tonight, to be honest. Let me check. I know he got injured last game. Yeah, last midweek. Let's see if he's on the bench. No, he's not. Okay. Well, that probably tells us that we shouldn't play him. So we'll go with Kutku, and as our extra player, it's either Baron or Yari, but I don't like Yari against Club Brugge, to be completely honest. But we might have to go for him, because there might not be much else we can do there. And then for our all-star rare team, which is just going to be designed to win us some ETH because we don't have a goalkeeper, it's going to have to be Jurien Timber. We'll go Pedri. The thing is, it's funny, like at the start of the season I had like no forward options, and now I have basically too many. It's probably Carlson, isn't it? And then I'm not sure if Musa starts, to be honest, which is worrying. So I'll probably just go with Jens and just go like that, and just hopefully, just hope that they get me some rewards. Obviously, it would be nice if I did have another under 23 goalkeeper that I could throw that team into, because I think those 4 outfield players are obviously, I know Pedri has the El Clasico, but he should still score pretty well. So yeah, I think that is all we can kind of do, to be honest, lads. We're 4 teams deep this weekend. Our midweek has been almost disintegrated by that pre-game injury to Badiashile. And yeah, lads, I'm probably going to have to leave it there, because there's not much else that I can really do. If you can leave a like on the live stream, lads, that would be so appreciated. Thank you for all of you for watching. I know there's games on, so yeah, I appreciate you, even if you've got me on in the background. I do massively appreciate it. Probably back for a stream on Monday night, probably with Quinny, for game week 315. I know there's not like European games, but I know there's a few like domestic European games. So yeah, probably be around for that. Like I said, please do leave a like, comment below, let me know if you think I'm going to win something this weekend after this video goes live, because you can't comment right now, I don't think. But yeah, lads, been a pleasure. Thank you all of you for being here, and like I said, I'll see you guys on Monday.